I'd like to call upon the subconscious of Nicole, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Are you able to do a body scan for the body and let me know if there is anything happening there for her?
She's relaxed. Her heart is racing fast. She was excited to be able to do a session today.
Fantastic. So we can just ask you, subconscious, to help assist her with relaxing and being able to enjoy the experience of this session, as we have quite a few questions for you today.
Okay.
Thank you. Subconscious, we're curious about you. Are you physical or non-physical?
Non-physical.
Would you call yourself a part of a collection? Sorry, a collective?
Yes.
Do you have a name for us that we would understand more about you?
It is not important information as of right now.
Okay, thank you. We understand. If you could give us the name, would it be a really challenging word or sound for Nicole to reproduce?
Yes.
Thank you.
She does have Arcturian and one that is outside of her vocabulary.
Thank you. And we understand. And we also understand that the conscious mind of Nicole probably would struggle to articulate the word properly, given we get nervous trying to, well, I know for personally, I get nervous trying to reformulate the sense of the message if it's a word I've never heard before, so that my conscious mind comes back into the session. So thank you so much, subconscious. So she was curious if she had, say, for example, a Palladian or Arcturian support team, and so does she have any Palladian supporters as well?
She does. She has support from most of all of the collectives.
Fantastic. Is there one main supporter or one main guide that connects with her the most?
Arcturian.
Fantastic. Thank you. So subconscious, when I ask for you, am I getting the collective or am I getting the Arcturian?
You're getting the Arcturian with a few tag-alongs.
Oh, well,
usually it's always her dad.
nice.
His spirit stays close.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you. I know she'll be really happy to hear that. So thank you. So Arcturian master guide or main guide, we have some questions and I would like for you to be able to give us insights into this information, please. We want to be able to understand what it means to go into a fifth dimension or a fifth density.
Your state of mind from 3D on up is a state of mind. And once you have elevated to the correct level, you will be able to shift from this planet. The planet is dying. The planet has been used and abused and it will not be possible to have life on here. So those who are refusing to accept, they will be given an opportunity to hear the truth again and accept it, kind of in a transition period. And if they still refuse it, then they will go back to source.
Tell me about what that transition period looks like or is.
So when you travel, when the shift for the individual happens, depending on their life contract, they will transport through what feels like a tunnel, a cloud tunnel, and kind of like what we were expecting with the emergency broadcast system, it will be shown to them in the clouds, but in front of them as they travel. And, they will come to a fork in the road, and one will advance to the 5D, reconnecting with their connections from the 3D and carrying on their conscious memories, or they will exit their conscious state and go back to source.
Thank you. You said that shifting to the fifth dimension or the fifth density is a state of mind. Is there any other changes that you would notice? Is it a physical change as well or not?
There will be more of a glow to the skin, a positive radiance.
Is there
That's all we are showing her.
Okay, thank you. Great. Okay, a glow to the skin. And so when the shift to the fifth dimension happens, what will Nicole notice about her situation?
We're showing her a bright yellow light. It looks like the sun. She will be a service to those that are shifting with her and after her. Her shift will be fast, and she will be boots on the ground.
And when you say shift, so after she sees this yellow light and experiences that, and when she is boots on the ground, as you say, will she have traveled anywhere or moved anywhere, or will she just be at home one day, for example, see this yellow light and then have a sparkly body?
You just gave her a dense feeling because she knows that she's not going to be on this planet. She will shift to an outside kind of meadow, meeting grounds.
Will that meadow be somewhere that she knows on this planet, or are you trying to say it's somewhere else?
She will be on the new earth.
Isn't it true though that the new earth is already on this planet?
That is not correct.
So So the new Earth is a completely different planet?
Yes, the new Earth is a bigger planet that vibrates at a higher frequency, where life has begun. There are already people on New Earth. There have been people on New Earth. You can consider it astral projection for the ones who set their intentions to it. They can go and experience it, bring back the memories to try to positively affect the people they communicate with.
What are the people that are on the new Earth doing now? Can you give us a sense of what that looks like for them?
They're exploring, they are creating, they're becoming one with their powers. What humans on Earth call powers, we just consider our natural abilities that everyone's born with, created with, exist with. It's all about knowing. Perfect practice makes perfect. So they're practicing.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. And so just so we can understand this more clearly, the fifth dimension, the new Earth, in terms of it not being on this planet, how far away, or I'm trying to understand the difference between this planet and then the new Earth planet. How can you make sense of it to me?
Wow. The first thought we gave Nicole is if you were looking at the solar system and how you would consider Earth the third rock from the sun, it is about that same amount of distance, but they exist in different universes.
So how does Nicole get from here to there?
Through the cloud tunnel. It'll be like riding a ride at a roller coaster.
That does not sound fun.
Nicole felt like it wouldn't be fun, but she always had so much fun on roller coasters before she developed a fear.
What is the fear about the roller coaster for Nicole?
There was a ride at her local fair called the Zipper, and there were some traumatic stories that she's heard over the years to the people inside of the cart. For example, that the nut and bolt came out, or the people, she's remembering specifically a girl came out from under the lap belt. She was made to fear it. She never experienced anything.
I see. Subconscious, is it in her life contract to have a problematic roller coaster experience in this lifetime?
She has fulfilled her life contract.
Fantastic.
She has experienced some bumpy rides, but she always pops back out.
Fantastic. Yes. So if she did choose to have an experience on a roller coaster, can you confirm that she is protected and safe and that nothing of harm will happen to her? Would you like her to have this reassurance today?
She has that reassurance. She has released all fear and anxiety of something happening to her because she knows for a fact that she is, as she tells people, divinely protected and guided.
Thank you. Okay, sorry, I got a little bit off sidetrack, but hopefully now she has no fear and she can release any fears of roller coasters.
She has.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, subconscious, as you know, that my subconscious is also Arcturian. And I would like my subconscious to also come into the session to be able to help support Nicole. I would like to ask one question, please. I would like to know if at any time, if I have asked leading questions, can this manipulate the subconscious's information to me?
We are much wiser than your 3D language. We know your intentions. Even if you were trying to manipulate what you were asking, we would still know how to deliver the information in the most accurate way for those who will be listening.
Could it be said that you are just telling me my own belief systems to make me feel comfortable and give me hope?
We are confident that you are fully aware that we will not beat around the bush when it comes to getting a point made. So sometimes tough love is the best love.
Did you answer my question?
Repeat your question.
I'm just I guess it's really not purposeful for me to ask you to give me clarification that I'm not manipulating these sessions when I'm in a session asking you, because if I am manipulating the information from and through my clients, it's kind of a trick, isn't it? People who doubt this information and doubt this work wouldn't be convinced that I'm asking Nicole's subconscious and my subconscious via Nicole if I am coercing the information.
Your intentions are pure and you are a neutral vessel. And this is your confirmation that we do not feel that you are manipulating any of your questions in order to serve yourself. You are such a gift to humanity, and you are carrying on the work that Dolores started, and she's very proud of you. We are all proud of you. So if you feel like there may be doubt or unsure energy towards your intentions, when we are in session, you can release that.
I'm very clear and confident in my intentions and agenda with this work. I am very consciously aware of others who are new to this information and want to judge it from their own reaction because of the content being very new for them. They're very fragile with this belief, this new information about the shift to a new planet. What is really going on for them, please? Why are they struggling to be open to consider the information from these sessions?
Because they have not cut ties. They have created a block from untapped waters, areas that they need to go back into their own lives and do their inner work with. Shadow work, the pieces of them that define their human existence, their 3D existence. There are still ties there if they are not able to fully open their heart and their mind, be neutral in what they will lose, but what they will gain.
I understand, thank you. And it is definitely a journey to process the information from these sessions so we can send them love and
Discernment is the word that keeps popping into Nicole's head. They need to practice their discernment.
Isn't it true, though, that there are many light workers and influencers saying use your discernment? And isn't that lulling people to trust them even more because they're telling everyone use your discernment while listening to me, but follow me, listen to me and my limited information? Is that occurring?
Well, if their discernment was strong, they would be able to pick apart the higher information versus the lower information. And sometimes people's guides will use whoever they're listening to deliver an important message. So it could be at that moment, they need to use their discernment and disconnect from what they are watching.
Isn't part of the problem that people haven't done enough of their inner work to be able to connect into their own teams? Therefore, they just rely on outside source information like other influential gurus and just listen to their information thinking that's the best and most of all.
Well, they have blocks. So sometimes they can only go as deep as the next block will allow for them to go. So they have not learned to trust their discernment, which innately helps with intuition and guidance and trust in the little voice in their head. So it's a process.
Thank you. Yes, I see and I understand. And we can just hope that many people start empowering themselves more to be able to follow their own gut, because it seems there's a lot of people that listen to these big influencers saying that the new earth is here already and it's only a state of mind and there is no other new planet that we get taken to. And for those influencers who are saying that, it is making people who feel like there is something much more doubt themselves. It's so disempowering for them on their journey because they trust the professionals that are sharing this information.
Well, the stronger your discernment is, the more not at ease you feel when you are participating in such activities. And when it's uncomfortable, you're quick to change the channel or change the story or turn off the electronic. You whatever resonates within is what you do. So you have to remember that every step of the progress is purposeful for each person's life contract and their soul's growth. So sometimes someone who is just experiencing a spiritual awakening, trying to identify who they are and what their purpose is, if they are, we'll give you an example of Nicole when she had hers. She started learning about personality traits and different characteristics that she carried, and it was linked to childhood, either trauma or experiences that define the trait as an adult. And within that research and digging, she found love and appreciation for herself. And if she would have stumbled across leaving this planet, it would have possibly stopped her spiritual growth because she was just at the beginning stages of learning to love herself. So sometimes those influencers need to be there as a stepping stone. It doesn't mean that they will refuse the right path when they come to their fork in the road.
Thank you. Yes, I do understand. And we can only hope that people don't get distracted too much in the density of all of the current information with the medical journeys that people are having and the political journeys that people are focusing on. Because that's so dense, it really sort of seems to be tempting for people to be distracted and disempowered.
Yes, but everyone is divinely protected, so it's nothing to worry about.
That would be fantastic if everyone was reminding each other about that.
That would be very purposeful. That would be very helpful.
Thank you so much. What other information would you like Nicole to know today?
That we see her. She struggled to allow us to see this. She's not very big on receiving compliments, but she needs to know that she's doing a good job and that she needs to stay empowered by her progress. And soon, very soon, she will see how big of a light she really was on this earth. And she did a beautiful job filling out her life contract. We can see her shining from above in the biggest of crowds.
It is so beautiful. And yes, I agree. Nicole is very humble. So the fact that you could get that out for her to hear is profound, because I know that is definitely not her ego speaking.
She is heating up and her heart is racing again.
Okay. And well, she can relax into that. Will she be aware while she is here on this planet about the laser event?
No, she has coincidentally not even listened to a session that was fully covering the laser event. And that was not by chance. that was orchestrated, divinely orchestrated. It's nothing that needs to consume her energy.
Fantastic.
And her body just got full chills, and she's happy because that was confirmation to her.
Fantastic. Well, that is great news. So you're right, she doesn't need to worry about the events. In terms of the old earth, however, subconscious, what can you let us know today about the significance of the old earth, those who are left behind after the shifts?
The significance of the old earth for those that are left behind is for their life contracts to be fulfilled, because some of them, there was a delay in their path. Some of them kind of like not necessarily a cleanup crew, but no man left behind. They won't be here long. They will be entering their tunnels for their golden hour, if you would like to consider it that. The way it was going to play out has changed multiple times, as you know. And we are just now at the no man left behind stage, but survival of the fittest. I'm not sure if those analogies are making sense to you or not. The fittest spiritually individuals, souls, will be at the front of the pack and entering the Black Friday sale, Nicole wants to say, first. And the ones with the weaker, not as active spiritual souls will be the ones receiving help to complete the analogy of no man left behind, lifting them off, raising their vibrations and helping them reach their tunnel entrance.
Thank you so much. So, yes, we have heard that the old earth experience is very significant and purposeful. Is there any other information you would like us to know about why that is purposeful and significant?
Because any experience had adds to the consciousness of source, and for some thrill seeking souls living what you would consider off grid, protecting your castle, hunting and gathering, those are energy, sources of energy they would like to provide to source. And sometimes you can only receive this energy at the end of a planet's time.
Thank you. Thank you. It is such a dense conversation, but I understand it's very necessary.
We're just showing Nicole what looks like an ashy, like muggy environment that's going to be hard for people to raise their vibration. So it's essential for the ones, the light workers, that stay behind, that they fully empower themselves and step into their roles and do whatever is necessary to help the people around them find joy in every moment.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you. And can you remind me the purpose of Nicole being here on this planet at this time? What was part of her life contract?
She has experienced this before, and having that experience would allow her to be, we want to say leader, she wants to say supervisor in the final days on earth, and leading humanity to leading all of the existence of planet Earth, old Earth, to a better life existence. Some on new Earth, some on their home planets, some just traveling. Those are the ones who are homeless, who consider themselves homeless, and they're too advanced for Earth, for new Earth.
In terms of Nicole, why the significance for her to go to New Earth? What is she going to be doing there?
She's going to have the opportunity to live the life with her husband and her children that she has. Her heart just got heavy. She knows, she understands everything is purposeful. But during her journey through spirituality, she has not been the mother and the wife that she knows she had the potential to be. She allowed herself to be very distracted, going down what y'all call rabbit holes. And I'm sorry, we just released her of the shame that she was carrying for having little interaction with her children during that time.
Subconscious, wasn't it purposeful for her to learn that information, however?
It was, because there are so many people that contact her or that are naturally drawn to her. And she's able to give the bigger perspective on whatever they are talking about.
So therefore, was that part of her life contract to be aware of the rabbit hole information?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So therefore, it seems that it was purposeful that she needed to go down the rabbit holes to be able to understand and learn that information.
Yes, it was, she needed to do it so that she would give herself confirmation that she has intuitively always picked up on bits of information very early on before it makes headlines. And it was a fun experience for her to be able to formulate a search item from a thought that crossed her mind, from something she picked up on, And there actually be a headline on the topic. At one time, she even found a portal in Orpheus's island. And that was all purposeful for her and her humbleness to still have self-empowerment and confidence when she spoke. And she knows this, but as a reminder, her children signed up to be her as her support. They were all in agreement. Everything has gone according to their life contracts.
Fantastic. And that is because they're guided and supported and loved while they're filling out their life experiences here on earth.
Everyone is divinely protected and divinely loved and guided, divinely guided. Whenever your discernment is not strong, that is whenever you use your free will to go against what feels divine.
Thank you. Does she have a new life contract for the fifth dimension, New Earth?
Her possibilities are limitless. She's most excited about being, she's laughing about it, but because she calls it a door greeter. Welcoming people on New Earth, making them feel comfortable just by the energy she provides.
How will they be feeling when they are discovering that they are on a new, is it an outdoor meadow? Is she going to be greeting them at that meadow?
By the time they come into contact with her, it would be like an elevator door opening and them exiting their tunnel. And they have already gone through their golden hour, their life review, their awakening, and what they're awakening to the extent of what will be purposeful for their initiation on New Earth. So she will be the greeter when they get off of the elevator in a shocked state and just make them feel right at home.
Fantastic. That is wonderful. And in terms of Nicole and her family, what do you wanted to know about their living conditions on the New Earth?
We are showing her a blank slate. She has been practicing manifesting the idea of it. She has been practicing telepathy with her dog, who has responded to her commands through telepathy. And they will discover that when they are on New Earth, their horizon has broadened. So there are some things out of her vocabulary because it is yet to be decided on. Her whole family will be in such a high vibration. We're showing them being very creative with what they create.
Will Nicole's children still appear like children on the New Earth?
In the beginning, they will shift exactly where they are.
Thank you. What about their family dog? Is the dog wanting to go to the New Earth as well?
Their family dog is very excited about going to the New Earth, and which is why he escapes from their yard as much as he does. it is an excitement. He's ready to go.
He's trying to find his own way to New Earth.
You can say.
Fantastic. Okay, and what will the dog look like on the New Earth?
Right now, we're showing her to be exact replicas of her life now so that she can experience life in this moment at a higher vibration.
Thank you. I can understand that's purposeful. When they do shift, will they take their bodies? What can you let us know about this?
They will have their bodies. That will be the most comfortable thing for one to experience when they exit their elevator.
Fantastic. And so for those people who know Nicole and go to see her after she's shifted, how will they notice? What will they understand? What has happened to her and her family and dog?
We are just showing her an empty house full of their stuff, but empty of them.
How will people understand what has happened to them?
We're showing her a yellow circle that starts off big and then dissipates to nothing. That's all we're showing her.
Okay.
The idea that one moment they will be there and one moment they won't.
Thank you. Thank you. I do understand. We have heard in different sessions about crystalline bodies. What would you like us to know about Nicole? And does she or has she had a crystalline body?
Yes, she has had a crystalline body. She finds specks of glitter in her skin at all times. And that has just been our way of showing her that it was different. She was different.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you. Is there any final information that you need us to know today?
We're getting close. We're getting close. And you are divinely protected. You are encouraged to let everyone around you know that they are divinely protected. Release forming opinions of what appears to be taking place because it is not serving your highest good at this moment, at the end of the timeline.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the information.